Hey, this is Jennifer Minster for SavannahNow.com, and in this edition of Local Music Now, we're talking with Harry O'Donoghue.
My name is Harry O'Donoghue. I'm a singer-songwriter. Here's a song called Keep On Moving. Been down to the river, I've been out to the sea. I've been to the river, there was nothing there for me.
Harry, thank you for coming on the show. We appreciate it.
It's my pleasure.
Now, I read you have around 30 years of music industry business.
This is my 29th year, so it's close to making a living music, which is probably a little different to playing it as as a kid.
Well, how did you get your start in it?
I was 20 years old, bought my first guitar, and Ireland is a musical country, so during my formative years and my years as an apprentice electrician, and no, I don't do that anymore. There was always singing going on, and I made an attempt when I was 16, and I had very little money, but I bought this guitar, and I had it for about 3 days. My fingers were all blistered, and I said, this is not for me. So when I reached 20, I said, I'm going to give this a go again, and I bought a guitar and started playing with friends, or watching the fingers. And very, very shortly thereafter, I ended up performing actually at folk masses and with the Irish Wheelchair Association. And of course, the pun therein is a captive audience. But really, a lot of people didn't want to play with them. And I learned a lot from playing folk masses and from playing. And from there, I played music part-time until I came to America in 1980.
Okay.
Here's a song called How's It Going?
What would you say is your inspiration for your songs? A lot of them seem to be kind of about Ireland and stuff.
Yes, well, I think as you get older, you look back. It seems to be the thing. Younger people, younger musicians have the hunger of looking forward, and of course the theme of love is universal in every all songs, whether it's about a girl or about a place. And I think immigrants have a tendency to look back on your youth and memories and good times you have. So it's a little bit of that and a little bit of looking forward, I suppose.
And one of the songs we're listening to, it has, it's kind of about Ireland, and it has some Irish words in it, like crack.
The Irish word for fun is crack, C-R-A-I-C. It's nothing to do with illegal substances. And in Irish folk songs and ballads, you'll hear this word come up a lot. Sometimes people in the audience are looking so. That's strange, but it's not what you think.
Right, cool, that's so fun.
So in my own shows, it's a mixture of old Irish songs, what people would expect to hear. The Danny Boys and that kind of the older Irish songs, the more traditional songs and contemporary songs that I've written myself, contemporary Irish, and then that crossover factor of contemporary folk, country Irish.
Oh, cool.
I learned this song from a girl called Frances Black back in Ireland, and it was a big hit for her and a group called Westlife. And in this country, the song was written by Paul Overstreet. Keith Whitley, the country singer, had a hit with it some years ago, and the most recent hit was Alison Krauss had a hit with this. It's called When You Say Nothing at All. It's amazing how you can speak right to my heart.
Well, you're a very busy man. It looks like you do concerts and workshops and festivals and stuff like that. I assume February, March are probably your busiest times of the year.
February, March, and April really, very, very busy. And, it just seems to be the way it is in some people's minds. If it's Irish, it's got to be March. And I said in one interview I did recently, what do people think? They put me back into the closet with mothballs until next March. I mean, I've been very, very lucky, Jennifer, in that I've been making a living for 29 years, and it's concerts and tours and the radio show that I host. It helps. Everything kind of works together to to offer me a career.
That's awesome.
It's great.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about the radio show you do for Georgia Public Broadcasting.
Georgia Public Broadcasting.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Well, we've been doing it since 1992.
Oh, wow.
It originally was a monthly, and then it went to twice a month, and now it's actually twice a week. Every week on Saturday evening at 9 o'clock on GPB.
Cool.
And it's streamed live on the internet.
Yeah.
And then a rebroadcast on a Wednesday at 11 p.m.
Okay.
So the idea was to give a voice,
That's awesome.
and it's grown. That's still the core theme, but we've gotten a lot. We get a lot more mainstream music from the record companies.
Oh, that's so cool.
There's a lot of good music coming out of Ireland, and we have no boundaries within the limits of good taste.
Yeah.
So it's traditional, contemporary, a little bit of punk, Celtic rock,
Oh, cool.
some Van Morrison, occasionally U2. It's really all over the place. And then we harken back to the old Frank Pattersons and the old Irish tenors. So it's a great variety show.
Cool. And that's Saturday and Wednesday.
Saturday and Wednesday. It's called the Green Island Radio Show.
Cool. We'll check that out. Where else can we find out more information about you, or any other shows we could check out?
I have my own website. It's been very good to me over the years. www.harryodonoghue.com.
Well, Harry, thank you very much for being on the show. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me, Jennifer.
And guys, be sure to come back next week for our next local featured artist.